Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Football Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo football program, Landon Fox. We'll look ahead to a home game against Dayton this week in just a moment, but let's look back at Saturday's Hoosier Helmet rivalry game in Indianapolis. And it was an unusual game offensively in the sense that you turned it over only once, you punted only once, you moved the ball, but scored only 7 points. What did you see in terms of what made it so challenging to finish drives on Saturday?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been a part of a game where you only score 7 points and you punt only one time. And so the thing that we have to do a much better job of, like you said, it is finishing drives. And to me, that third down is critical with that, but it's also making sure you're in manageable third down so that we're doing a good job on first and second down, because that allows options, right? The one that sticks out in my mind, I think we were third and 3, 3rd and 4, and we get a negative yard play, and it creates a longer fourth down for you. The fourth down we decided to go for it. Or if you get 2-3 yards, now you're 4th and 1, and now the playbook's open in terms of what you can do. And so we have to do a much better job being efficient on each down so that we give ourselves chances. But to have missed opportunity is tough, and so we ended up missing 2 field goals, got 1 field goal blocked. We had a big drop in the end zone. Micah McKay, and he'll make that catch 999 times out of 1,000. He's a good football player, and so we can't rely, just say, hey, that put that on him. Like, if we're efficient those other downs, we'll have a chance to score points.
Let's talk about the defense. What went well in the first half when you had a shutout at halftime, and maybe what were some of the challenges in the second half when they went on a few of those long, time-consuming drives?
Yeah, third down. If you look at it, from standpoint, we created longer third downs, and that's really, to me, you ask me the questions, kind of morphs together. They were much better in their third down, where they were 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 4, which allowed them to get third downs. Or give them the opportunity to go for it on 4th. And when they had short for 4th down, they did a nice job converting on those 4th downs to sustain drives where we weren't able to do that.
Wade Abrams had been banged up. He comes back into the mix and had a big day, 13 tackles. What stands out to you about Wade?
Just he's tough. He's a tough young man, and the ability to play through some injuries and go out there and perform at the level he did is just says everything about who he is and how he approaches stuff. And so really didn't expect anything less, but probably just don't tell him enough that you appreciate his effort and how tough, physically and mentally tough he is.
Wanted to ask you about the touchdown play. Solomon Davis has been, over the last 2 seasons, a big factor in your offense, and this was kind of a unique way with him being involved. What can you tell me, kind of take me through that play?
Yeah, he had the reverse, some misdirection in order to get the defense moving one way, and then the reality is he just outran everybody, and he has very good speed and had the ability to get on the edge, and after that he outran one of the guys' angle and cut back on another guy and was into the end zone. So I think we still want to be creative in finding ways to get our guys, our playmakers, the ball in positions to make plays. You think about Deshaun Butler in the kickoff return, like we got to find ways to get him the ball offensively, and be creative in our approach to utilize our playmakers.
Let's look ahead to this week. Dayton under the direction of a new head coach for the first time in a long time. Maybe what are some ways they're different offensively and defensively compared to Dayton teams of years past?
Yeah, I used to know that program really well, and a lot has changed in terms of what they do. So that will present a difference in terms of it will be more just, hey, it's a normal week in terms of, hey, this is what they do offensively, this is what they do defensively, versus you had a little more insight in terms of what their program was about. So that will present challenges to us, just as it does each week. Hey, this is the game plan, execute the game plan, versus having a little bit better idea of what they would exactly what they would do.
He is head coach of the Valpo football program, Landon Fox. Game kicks off at 1 o'clock at Brown Field on Saturday. You can get tickets on valpoathletics.com/tickets. If you can't make it out, you can catch the action on ESPN Plus. Talk to you again next week on Valpo Football Weekly, brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.